How's it going, everybody? This is a bit of a different video for me, but I just felt like I was compelled to do something positive in the world. There's just a lot of negativity right now in the news, and a lot of people struggling the world over. And sometimes you just have to pick a battle and fight. So, in early October, Western Alaska was struck by the remnants of a very large typhoon, and there are a number of super isolated communities there that have no roads connecting them to the outside world. These are small, isolated Inuit communities like Napakiak, Kipnik, and Kutnik, and many others. And there, a lot of these communities, they're very close to the ocean because they rely on a subsistence lifestyle. So they need access to the ocean for food resources, for transport. And these villages were just absolutely devastated by flooding, which was 6, 7 feet higher than even the highest high tide marks. It literally just picked up a lot of these houses, flipped them and floated them all around. It washed out all of their road systems that they have within the villages. It destroyed their snowmobiles and four-wheelers, the things that they rely on to get around, and their boats. And it's a really tough time of year for this to happen. I mean, the logistics of living in these remote Arctic places is already complex enough. I've experienced that myself traveling in Greenland and the small communities there. And, this time of year, they're transitioning towards a winter. So it's a very challenging time with the weather turning very cold. So what happened after these storms came through was, these communities really came together. And I think, there's some really amazing things happen here. The Alaska National Guard coordinated and completed one of the largest airlift evacuations of people in the United States in its entire history. Over 1,000 people were moved from these villages, evacuated, and they didn't have a lot of time and space. They were just crammed onto these C-130s and flown to Anchorage, where they were housed in the stadium. And then there's currently work underway to find places for these people to live. They had to leave behind their dogs. People were talking about tying up their dogs in some of the remaining buildings and just writing with a scrap of paper, writing their name on it. I know there are efforts underway to recover all the pets too, but they didn't have a lot of space. They didn't have a lot of opportunity to bring their belongings. And unlike a lot of places that get impacted by natural disaster, help just can't arrive on trucks and on down highways. That just doesn't exist there. So these people are going to be displaced for a very long time until the spring, when things start to thaw out and people can go back. And again, that's still going to be way more complex to fly resources in and rebuild their lives. So I thought I would do something about it just to help these folks out. So I'm going to be doing, along with collaboration from J&K Tackle, and I'm also going to use some stuff that Mike donated from LureSafe.com. He always gives me way too much stuff, and I'm going to use some of the extra stuff that he gave me to do this little fundraiser. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up an eBay auction. I wanted to do like a charity auction on other things, but you have to be a registered nonprofit, and I'm not. But what we're going to do is I'm going to auction off like a bundle of stuff, and we're going to use that money and donate it directly to the Western Alaska Community Foundation. And they have a disaster relief fund for this specific Typhoon Halong event. And they're going to be helping people find shelter for the winter in the Anchorage area, and also help out folks who stayed behind in those villages, and also in Bethel, Alaska, where they're sort of coordinating the recovery of all of these, like some 49 communities that were impacted there. Now, I don't anticipate raising a ton of money, but every little bit helps. So I just thought I would do my little part. So like I said, I'm going to be using eBay. I will cover the fees associated with that so that we get the full donation. I'll probably throw some stuff on top of it. So as part of this package of this auction, we're going to have a bunch of cool stuff. So first off, we're going to have a complete set of the 4 Spilt Milt edition J&K Dodgers. So we will have Superficial. We're going to have Goldilocks. We're going to have Twilight Zone and Nurka, which is, I think, one of the prettiest. Along with that, we're also going to, I'm going to send along a couple of their brand new micro squids, to the orange and pink. And then I'm going to let you pick any 2 things that you want to pick from the Spilt Milt official store. So if you want to get a ball cap, a winter hat, a t-shirt, or a depth table, whatever, just let me know after we have a winner, and then I'll just have those things direct shipped to you from there. And then I'm also going to throw in a LureSafe binder that will be able to hold your Spilt Milt Chub Dodgers from J&K. Plus it'll have space for 4 others. I think I don't have any more of the orange ones left, so if you really want the orange one, I can give you my used one, but I think I have some unused black ones I'll be including with that. So yeah, that'll be the whole package right there. It would be great just to generate a little bit of funds to help out those Americans who were affected by Typhoon Halong. If you don't win in the auction and you still want to help out those folks, I'm going to put a link to a Amazon gift registry page for folks that were evacuated. This is all being managed by the Alaska Community Foundation. And basically it's just people going on there requesting things that they need, and it's like really basic stuff, so you can just buy it and have it shipped direct to them. It's things like baby formula, underwear, socks, just like the basic things that you get left behind when you have to leave your house in just a short amount of time and evacuate to someplace 1,000 miles away. So if you want to help out folks in that way, that's a really simple and fulfilling way to do that too. All right, thanks you guys. I'll see you next time. Just remember, fish smarter, not harder.